questions.
Frank, start with the obvious. What were your thoughts on Miles Turner's performance in his first start?
A lot of what I expected. He's confident offensively, which we need. Like to see him rebound a little bit more, obviously. But I thought he played a good game. It's going to be a little bit of a roller coaster. He's 19 years old, and he's got to learn some reads, got to improve his anticipation. But overall, a really solid performance.
Do you think he was nervous?
Yes.
He took 17 shots, and it didn't really seem like it. But that inserting him into the starting lineup obviously will have an impact on the others. So do you have any concerns about how it impacts others taking that many shots? It'll take shots away from some people.
No, we got to have balance. We got to balance between our perimeter guys and our big guys, and we haven't had that. It's been all perimeter oriented, and because of that, defense has been able to load up on us, in some ways. So, I don't expect Paul George to only get 11 shots each night. I expect Paul George to still be Paul George, and Monte was spectacular tonight. George Hill's going to be he was great tonight, and there's going to be good balance. It's that simple, and this is it's something I really believe is going to be good for us. We dominated the glass tonight. The way we've done, we've dominated with defense, 39%, and I think this team's going to be able to score the ball, as well as any team we've had.
Monte seemed to just have more lift and a little more quickness. He seemed, just a healthier player. Is there anything to that? I mean, is he coming around physically in any way? Or?
About 4 or 5 games ago, they did some things to alleviate some of the pressure in his knee, that he was having trouble with, and he's felt a little healthier, a little bit better since then. Wasn't anything tonight per se, but the last 4 or 5 games, his knee's been feeling better.
Coach, when a team or an organization is struggling, sometimes they'll make changes, and sometimes it's just trying things. But occasionally it looks like what they try looks like a long term. Looking at these 2 lineups, the starting lineup and the bench lineup, they looked really more coherent than anything you'd had all year long. Is that something that you planned going into it, and it is also something that's going to make you want to stick with it longer if it struggles?
Yeah, you don't know, when you're dealing with, rookie 19-year-old player, how soon it's going to come, and there's still going to be some ups and some downs. But, if you look at this, as what we think Miles can be, and what Jordan and what LeBoy is, or what they are, this is what this team should look like out there, and it's going to be it's going to be a little bit of a roller coaster with Miles. There's going to be some nights where, he just looks overmatched and inexperienced, which he is, and it's going to be a little imperfect at times. But I mean, this is a lineup that I look at it and. I see Jan and Miles Turner, and the rim protection that you have right there is as good as any in the NBA. And the speed, you don't sacrifice speed. Both of them are great runners. And we've got scoring at the 1, 2, and 3. And we got dirty work guys coming off the bench. C.J. Miles coming off the bench at a wing role is a good thing. I think that's what he is. Someone come in and if he gets hot, he could go for 30. Joe Young, when Stuckey comes back, all those things, the ability to stick with the vets if we need to, like we did in the second half with George Hill and Monte Ellis, handling the point guard spot when they're pressuring us. All these things are good things. Our best days are ahead, and I feel really good about what this is going to be. It's going to be a roller coaster, but I feel good about it.
Frank, besides Monte's individual efforts, what worked for the team, for you guys in the fourth quarter, besides, what worked in the fourth quarter that couldn't work in games previously?
Well, the high pick and roll with Monte and Miles looked really good. We got stops. We had almost 17 points. We did that the other night, held the Clippers to 17 points. We didn't score. And we went through a stretch where, we tried to play small a little bit, which which is a lineup that wasn't working for us. We went through a little bit of a drought like that to start the fourth tonight. But that high pick and roll was good for us at that stretch, and our guys just imposed their will. I mean, we're tired of losing. It's that simple, and our guys just made the necessary plays.
And also, Miles, sometime in the fourth quarter, he had double cephalosha. How did you think that, he looked against a smaller guy?
Yeah, it's going to be that's where it's going to be a roller coaster for us defensively, is when these teams either to come and play, playing a comeback because they're down, or teams just go small in general. How are we going to manage those matchups? The spread 4 and sometimes even the spread 5. But I like the coverages where our bigs are just going to, they're going to be up on pick and rolls, but anything comes to the rim, all bets are off. They protect the rim, and the guards scramble around the 3-point line. And these guys have the speed. Miles and Jan have the speed that once they protect the rim, and there's a switch or whatever, and the ball's thrown back out, they can run out and they can do a decent enough job on perimeter guys. They've got good speed and good mobility. So, I think this is going to be a really good lineup for us long term. But obviously early on it's going to be a roller coaster.
Frank, what did you see from Miles Turner defending Millsaps when the minutes were down, but Horford, whichever one times he had the bigs, how did you think he did?
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of situations where he was matched up with those guys in the post. I feel like with Miles Turner, I think he got stronger with his lower body during the six weeks that he was out with his thumb injury. And, there were some times early before he hurt his thumb where, he just looked like a 19-year-old kid against some of these post players and completely overmatched. And, I feel like he got stronger with his lower body and is moving better and is just feeling more confident. I think he's going to be okay against guys like that. And obviously if he's not, we can slide Jan over to him. If a team has two guys like that, then we can go with Lavoie and Jordan, But I think he's going to be okay there.
It's a roller coaster, like you say, but it's our job to really make quick reads. And so my quick read is to ask you: Do you regret not doing this sooner? Do you look at this game and go, "Wow, we should have done this sooner"?
Maybe a game or two. We haven't seen that Miles is this confident offensively until Jan got hurt, until we had to play him in the Denver game and on the West Coast trip. And at that time, we felt like, hey, this is pretty impressive what we have, but he's excelling in a bench role. Let's keep him in that, keep him, getting comfortable. And, if we were winning games, we probably would have prolonged it. So I felt like this was the right time, and no regrets.